Good morning, folks. Today we're going to talk about lower unit oil. Lower unit of your outboard motor is the transmission of the motor, and keeping the oil in good condition is very important. Today we're going to look at a motor with good lower unit oil. We're going to look at a motor with contaminated lower unit oil, and we're going to see how to replace the lower unit oil in a outboard motor. Now, because I have all my motors here on stands, I tilted my Optimax here up out of the mud and the grass so I can demonstrate this. When you're doing it on your motor, you're going to want your motor to be as vertical as possible so that if you need to drain all your oil out, it'll all come out. We're going to go down to the lower unit down here, and we're going to identify the two plugs that hold the lower unit oil in. So the top vent plug is up here, and then the drain plug is all the way down here at the bottom. To take them out, you're going to want a nice broad screwdriver. Don't go at it with the skinny screwdriver, because if you mess the threads up, it's only a straight slot. So if you mess the threads up, it can be a lot harder to actually get them out. What we're going to do just to check the oil is take the plug out and let a little bit of oil drip out. We're going to assess the quality. Alright, so this is what came out. It's smooth and it's black. That indicates to me that it is in need of changing, but that we don't have water infiltration. If water had infiltrated, it would either be chunky or it would most likely be milky, sort of like a milkshake type of color, brown and thick. Now let's see what comes out of the lower unit on this Mariner 150. Yuck. See the difference there? It's thick, hardly really bubbles out, and it is sort of a milky color. So we're going to let that all drain out. While this is draining, we'll talk about what this means. This does not necessarily mean that the lower unit is bad. All that it means is that one or more of the seals has failed and is allowing water to come in. You've got one seal up top, which is below the water pump or thereabouts, and you got one seal right here which keeps this water out. This milky mixture means that the oil is doing its job. The reason that this oil, which is SAE 90, costs so much more than this oil is because lower unit gear lube is specifically formulated to absorb water and keep on lubricating in a way that this oil doesn't. They both will probably do their job so long as the seals are good, but if the seals have failed like they have in this lower unit, this oil is not going to protect your lower unit. So some people use this. I highly don't recommend it. Most people don't recommend it. This is only like $2 a bottle. Marine gear lube is like $10 to $20 a bottle. However, it is definitely worth the investment. What I'm doing right now is draining all this stuff out. Once it's all drained out, I'm going to show you guys how to fill it up with lower unit oil. The reason I'm doing this is part of a winterization procedure. I will replace the seals in the spring. However, I'm doing this now because I don't want any water corrosion to cause any rust on bearings or gears or anything over the winter time. And before I go ahead and sell or use this outboard motor, I'm going to be replacing the seals on it so that this doesn't happen next season. This is my lower unit oil pump, $5 at Walmart. Works pretty good. You take this, put it on the bottle, and it screws right on. And then this part threads into the bottom drain hole. We're just about done now draining the old junk out. I'm going to thread this in and we'll start pumping away. We pump until it comes out the top. Once you start coming out the top, you know that you're filled up. I'm going to give this one a couple extra squirts just to flush it out a little bit, get all the old stuff out, And remember, when you do this on your motor, you want the motor to be vertical. I just have it up like this so that we can show it on the camera. Alright, and that's it. Remember, like I said, you should check your lower unit oil a couple times throughout the year, and definitely replace it in the spring when you do your water pump. You guys got any questions about this, let me know.